Hello, 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 everybody. This is Matt, and it is Fiendish Friday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that lovely stuff because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I do have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer. And then if you decide you can check it out for free, I gave you a link for that. It is over there on YouTube, on Dakota Ray's YouTube channel there, RA Productions. This movie is quite the interesting film. It is none other than the 2024 release of House of the Wizard's Blackened Soul. That is one thing that you can always count on with Dakota Ray. He always has the best fucking titles. His titles are always just above the pack when it comes to naming his films. They're all just amazing stuff. Now this one only runs at 27 minutes. It is a short, which usually I'm used to him doing feature length films. Which, by the way, this one was filmed in the summer, or not summer, in the month of September in 2023. Just got the 2024 release. I'm not sure exactly what the holdup was. Usually Dakota's stuff is out there a little sooner than that. There must have been some kind of production difficulties. I'm not sure what. It doesn't show, at least in the final product. I feel like the final product is actually really good. It's really interesting. It kept my attention from second number one all the way to 27 minutes and however many seconds it is. But it really packs quite the punch. This one stars none other than Dakota Ray as well. He plays Gideon. Gideon is a very depraved kind of a piece of trash in ways, because he is taking care of his grandfather, I believe is what it was. Grandfather. In this dilapidated house. While he is basically on the last edges of his life, he is knocking on death's door, and it's coming any day now. So during all this, Gideon, Dakota Ray, is self-indulging in lots and lots and lots of absinthe, which Dakota is quite the connoisseur of absinthe. I can't imagine him not knowing any kind of weird facts about absinthe. If I drank, I would try it, and I would ask him a million and one questions on which one to try, because he's just the guy knows a lot about it. But back to the House of the Wizard's Blackened Soul. It also has D. Beelzebub in there, S. Donatello, and Sebastian Oak. I think S. Donatello played the VHS killer, if I remember correct, and I think Sebastian Oak played the grandfather. And then directed by Dakota Ray of RA Productions. But back to what this movie's about. It's about, you got Gideon, who is drinking just constantly. His grandfather, he cannot speak. He is mute. So he kind of like treats him like garbage. He just kind of like, he'll wheel him around every now and again because he is wheelchair bound. At one point, there's this whole thing with a rat that he has, and Dakota getting rid of it, and just his fashion, the fashion that he used to get rid of it, was just really really powerful. I felt like he just takes it and throws it and just insults the old man about calling him a sick. I think he called him a sick motherfucker or something along those lines. Because he has nothing good to say to this old man or about this old man. Now, eventually, Gideon does get his way. He gets this dilapidated house through his inheritance, and he's. It's kind of a bittersweet joy because Gideon himself is dying as well of cirrhosis of the liver, and he just continues to self-indulge. So that just it adds an extra layer of not depravity of darkness that this film carries, because it is very dark, very depraved, very chaotic, even psychotic in ways, because it delivers on different emotions in a very fine fashion. That is one thing I've always enjoyed about Dakota Ray's films. He is very good at getting those emotions on camera and showing you how bad and dark and evil people can really be. So I really enjoyed this. But now enough about the film itself, the contents of it. I don't want to spoil too much since it's just a short. But we're going to talk about the three things that I love my movies to have a certain criteria of meeting. First and foremost is the audio. The audio is always very clean in a Dakota film. There's lots of added. I don't want to say interference, but I would say the voices are altered to a point to where it almost becomes a character of its own, because he's got this groan that he does while in between lines, and at the end of certain lines of dialogue. So it works on all aspects. It doesn't feel like it's halfway done, half-assed done. It feels like it was professionally done, as usual to expect from a Dakota Ray film. So I'm going to give it an A+ on the audio. And now on to the second thing, which is dialogue. Dialogue is a major thing when it comes to films for me. It's not a deal breaker, but I prefer some dialogue, even if it's just a few sentences. Give me something at least to work on with that, because it helps character development, it helps plot development, it helps everything about the film in every aspect, I feel. Now, not that there's anything wrong with a modern silent film, as I like to call them, where they're basically paying homage to the old days. But it's an interesting delve on that end for as far as the dialogue goes. It's always very, very intense with the delivery. So I'm going to give it another A+ there. And then on to the editing. Editing is a very crucial thing as well. You can make or break a film with poor editing, or even good editing. It really is up to that editor or that filmmaker to get a final product that not only are they happy with, but make us viewers happy with watching. So I'm going to say this one really is smooth feeling. It's got a nice upward momentum. The pace is just right. I really, really liked it. So definitely run on out and check out The House of the Wizard's Blackened Soul from Dakota Ray. Check it out on YouTube. That's where it's at for free. Editing, I'm going to give another A+. But now I'm going to give you my final score of 1 through 5. This thing isn't quite a 5, it's a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. It's above average. Not my favorite film from Dakota. I would say Sebastian. Sebastian. I can't remember the full title right now. I'm terrible with names. But Sebastian's Unholy Flesh, I believe, is what it was called. I think that one is probably my favorite out of everything he's done. But he's just really an interesting filmmaker. He has a very unique style that I love that he continues to do, especially with the voice alterations. I think it adds a little extra effect to everything that he is doing within each film. Alright, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Tomorrow, no review. Sunday, I'm going to do my best to get a review in for you, and then a couple next week as well. I have a few on my plate that I need to get to. But anyways, I love your faces. Can't wait to see you next time. And as always, peace.